Hello again. Now we're going to try and do something a bit more advanced in Mathematica. As you can see from the screen, I've put up some questions. Again, they're pieces of arithmetic, but they're sort of arithmetic you have to do on a scientific calculator, and we'll see how to do each of these commands in Mathematica. Now the first question is to find the square root of 4 squared plus 5 squared. So to find square roots in Mathematica, there's multiple ways of doing it, but one of the ways of doing it is to use the square root command, which is abbreviated to sqrt. Now sqrt is a built-in command in Mathematica, and built-in commands in Mathematica start with capital letters. So that must be capital S, Q, R. Notice the letters are blue at the moment, T. As soon as I write in the last letter of the command, Mathematica recognizes the command and turns the writing to black. That's one of the ways you know you've entered the command correctly. So we want the square root of 4 squared plus 5 squared. Very often in mathematics, when you're writing mathematics by hand and you say square root of, you would often use parentheses to indicate the of part. In Mathematica, it only wants to use parentheses to indicate capturing a calculation, as a sub-calculation that is. When you want to mean of, as we do here, square root of, you have to use square brackets. That's those brackets. And let me increase the magnification so you can see that. So that's a square bracket, not a curved bracket. It's purple because it hasn't got its closing mate. It's opened a bracket, there isn't a closed bracket to match it yet. What we now want to do is to calculate 4 squared and then add on 5 squared. That's a grouped calculation, so we can put that in parentheses, although we don't have to. 4 to the power 2. That's how we write in squared. We do 4 carat 2. And then plus 5 carat 2. That's the close of that calculation. Notice when I do the close parentheses, the first open parentheses will turn black. And now I need to close the square bracket, and that open purple bracket will turn black. Oops, wrong type. There we go. And now it turns black. And we're ready to execute the command. And it gives us the answer without any rounding errors in exact form. This is the same issue as we had with fractions earlier on in the last video. If we really want a decimal output, we say 0.0 on one of the numbers. Could do it on all of them, but at least one of them, and re-execute the command. We get a decimal answer. So the next question we see over here, we can do that now as we have square root of 3 squared plus 3, close off the square root. As you see here, we didn't have to use the parentheses, and then divide by 7. So shift enter, and again it's in exact form. If we want the decimal, make one of the numbers a decimal, and it comes out decimal. E to the power 4. Now E in mathematics is a special number, and if we want Mathematica to register that special number, then we have to use a capital letter because it's built in, the same way as starting square root with a capital letter. So capital E to the power 4. If I shift enter, it'll give me it in exact form, so I'm going to enter straight away 4.0 so I can get a decimal, and that gives me the numerical answer. If you're interested in what this number E is, then just type in capital E to the power 1.0, and that's the decimal form of the number, at least an approximate one. Okay, we'll do the next 2 calculations in the next video.